Welcome to Total War News. My name is Cody Bonds. In today's episode, we'll be going over a new blog from the Creative Assembly on the new playable character for Forge of the Chaos Dwarfs, Zhatan the Black, a DLC which will release on April 13th as part of Warhammer 3's Update 3.0. Zhatan the Black is the commander of the Tower of Zar, a servant of Gorth the Cruel, and provides bountiful labor and sacrifice to both of the above. But don't let that distract you from his own propensity for unending violence and suffering. Zhatan's high weaponry demands means that the workshops can barely keep up with his bloody expeditions. There is a method to his madness, however, for the fiercest fires forge the hardest steel. As a melee-focused lord, Zhatan can smash bones to bits on foot, soar through the skies mounted atop a Lamasu, scorch the ground below from a great Taurus, or pin prospective new laborers to the ground with his sadistic snare net. Alternatively, he can utilize an intensifying aura of boundless cruelty to strike fear into the hearts of those who oppose him. After all, the only thing louder than the screams of his broken foes is Zhatan's gloating laughter. Armed with the Obsidian Axe, the Armor of Gazrak, and the Chaos Rune Shield to enhance his combat abilities yet further, Zhatan is one cruel dwarven customer. Accompanying Zhatan in the DLC will be a whole host of flames, trains, and war machines. The Chaos Dwarfs' commitment to unparalleled engineering is well established, and one of their most unique units on the battlefield is, of course, their trains. The Dawizar use trains to conquer territory in a way never before seen in Total War Warhammer 3, chugging around the battlefield on their menacing locomotives. As for the locomotives themselves, they're the Iron Daemon, a smoke-belching powerhouse that blasts shrapnel at enemy forces when loaded with a steam cannonade. Then we have the Skullcracker configuration that crushes fortifications with ease thanks to the hissing, grinding, arcane mechanical conglomeration of iron hammers, hacking blades, and brutal picks. While the Dreadquake mortar can also be used as an independent artillery piece, it can be towed into battle by both the Iron Daemon and Skullcracker locomotives. Being among the largest and most effective siege weaponry deployed by the Chaos Dwarfs, this mighty bombard will rend the earth and smash fortifications to dust. Powered by immense steam pressure, the Dreadquake mortar is a slow-firing juggernaut that must be loaded with unique and hugely powerful shells to prevent self-destruction. But that's not all. The Chaos Dwarfs come with two independent artillery units. The Magma Cannon, a divine combination of artillery and furnace, it was originally conceived to take down the ravaging trolls and other adjacent horrors that multiply in the Darklands and have regeneration, but has since found a new purpose on the battlefield. The Death Shrieker rocket launcher is a diabolical contraption and one of the most destructive weapons ever created, with its munitions housing an unruly fire spirit harvested from the cinders of Hashut's sacrificial ashes. Launching shells high into the sky, the rockets from this beast will burst in midair, showering those below with fire and destruction. And let us not forget the alternative shells for it, demolition rockets, that explode upon contact with foes. This hulking piece of artillery is named for its horrific shrieks that emerge from within its grisly innards. Zhatan's focus in his campaign will be on the Convoy Mechanic, a mechanic that the Chaos Dwarfs have access to that is similar to the Convoy system for Cathay, and lets them send out armaments throughout the world in return for riches. Along the way, they can, and most likely will, get dragged into all manner of scrapes and battles as those nearby attempt to pillage their wares. But fear not, as the Chaos Dwarf's main resource, labor, raw materials, or just gold from the treasury, are also up for grabs on these expeditions, helping expand the already expansive economy that the Dawizar have at their disposal. When it comes to basic units, Zhatan the Black is a warrior, and he prefers to buff them. Clad in iron armor, the Chaos Dwarf Warriors are the foot soldiers of the Darklands' very own industrial empire. In addition to their skills as either a craftsman or an artificer, these warriors are disciplined, resourceful, and ferocious. As a mid-tier unit from the Chaos Dwarfen roster, these grumpy fellows are likely to swarm the battlefield en masse, bringing a selection of weapons in tow. hero. Whether they're holding the line with axes and shields, crushing armored foes with great weapons, or gunning down the opposition with their blunderbusses, the Chaos Dwarf Warriors spread dread among whoever's unfortunate enough to encounter them. And that is the end of the blog post. CA says this is the end of their trilogy of introductions for the Forge of Chaos Dwarfs campaign pack, but they will have a Let's Play video releasing for Zhatan the Black in the next few days. And for this channel, of course, we will have the Noobs Guides releasing as soon as the embargo drops, as well as likely a review of the game, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, though, make sure to subscribe for Total War news as it releases, because I'm Cody Bonds, and this has been Total War News. Thanks for watching.